The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Play action. It's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a first down throw. Watson
going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
At the 35-yard line.
Watson now to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Watson.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Watson looks to throw again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Watson. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Now Watson.
There's a short throw taken in by Bryant.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side.
The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
7 on the play. 1st down, Browns.
Watson on 1st down. Pushes past him.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
1st down, Cleveland.
On 1st down, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Back to throw, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. A gain of 22.
22 yards. And the Browns first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Now Watson going to change the look here.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Odafe Owe.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Oh, what a move. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 48 yards. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 56, Browns 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll start by running the option to the right. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's into space past the 25.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, it's Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And they're going to speed things up here. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.